All right, everybody. My name is Sterling, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for joining me. And in this video, we are looking at Borderlands. Currently, right now, I am actually downloading in the background the a pre-download of Borderlands 3, and it just got me so hyped up that I wanted to make a first impressions video because as on the Borderlands, some of you may know, on the Borderlands website, we can look at, I didn't mean to click the planets, but we can look at the planets, but we can look at the characters. So not only can we look at the characters and do we know what characters we have, but we can go into the skill trees of the characters and we can check them out. I just wanted to do a quick video on this, and I know that there wasn't any intro video. It's because I need to get one made for Borderlands specifically, but for now, this is what we're going to do. So let's get into it. So right here we have Amara. So this is the Siren. And so I'm going to be comparing these to either the Borderlands the pre-sequel or Borderlands 2, because it's obviously to compare it to, because those are the previous games. I haven't played the original Borderlands, so I can't really compare them to that. But for right now, this is what we'll go with. So this can be compared to the what's her face. The Siren in Borderlands 2, in which there's the right here, damage and everything in sight. This one is slams into the ground, and there it is, I believe. Phase grip, yes. So this is the same thing that the Siren had in the other Borderlands. In Borderlands 2, the Siren had this exact skill where she could take things up and stop them from fighting at all. But so I think is super awesome, and I'm so excited for this. And this is the most of the reason why I'm so excited for Borderlands 3 is that with Borderlands 3 there are three different skills, three different usable skills. There's three different types of skills for each character. So not only is there going to be four characters, but there are going to be three different playing styles within each one of the characters. And so it's going to be absolutely amazing. And with one of them, which will be my favorite and probably will be the one that I'm playing with you guys when we play the walkthrough, is where you can use two skills at the same time, but we'll get into that later. So this one's the slamming into the ground one. It's where she just does a bunch of damage, and what I like to do is I like to look at the very bottom, what the very last skill is, to basically see what the pinnacle of it will be. And so it's a melee override. Press V while aiming at an enemy to make Amara dash a short distance forward and performing a special melee strike dealing elemental melee damage. If the attack kills an enemy, Blitz cooldown is immediately reset. So what's really awesome about this is that if you can get an enemy really down low, and there's a lot of enemies, totally mixing up my words. This skill tree is more around what I'm assuming, because of the first and the last, is crowd control. So this is focusing on dealing with a large amount of people all at the same time. And if you are planning on doing that, on charging right in and killing as many of them as you possibly at the same time, then this is the skill tree for you. Whereas with the phase grip, that's kind of similar, though it's a little bit different. So with that last one, you're trying to do a lot of damage to a lot of enemies, whereas with this one, you're trying to focus on a certain enemy. By phase gripping one enemy, you're able to go and attack the others, which can be very useful in situations where there's one enemy that's super powerful that you want to deal with later after you've gotten rid of all those small minions. And so if we look at the very bottom one, this Amara's gun deals bonus elemental damage based on their action skill element. So, based on her element right here. I'm assuming. Huh. Action skill element. That's something new to me. Huh. I'll have to learn more about that. Anyway, so I'm assuming with that you can have a different kind of elemental damage based on which tree you're using, or you can change it out. So I'll have to learn more about that. Ooh, ooh, look at that right there. I figured it out. So what this is you can, if we purchase all the way to 5, and then equip slot 1. Look at that. So what you can do is, once you get farther enough in the tree, each tree has a different type of elemental damage, and because of that, well, depending, looks like there's only 3 types. And so you got the green is obviously the corrosive, and then, ooh, why do you keep moving so much? And then the red is obviously the fire, and then the one at the very start is a shock. Anyway, so based on the type of damage, so this is all about the damage. So yeah, so all about the damage on a specific enemy because you're using a gun only on one enemy at a time, obviously. And so this is really great. This is another one that's really great for crowd control, but a different kind of crowd control. So moving on to the very last one, let's see. So this one is an Astral Projection. So this one is kind of like Zero. So there's a couple skills within these people that are like Zero, and where they do another projection of themselves. But this one does damage, whereas Zero obviously didn't. It was just taking damage. And then also if we go down to so this one is dealing damage to everything in its path. So and obviously things are going to be attacking her as well. So with that, that's another crowd control. So from what I'm seeing here, this Amara, she's really great at crowd control. And for those who may not know what crowd control is just being able to control a group of enemies, basically. And then if we look all the way at the bottom, it can be activated while it's cooling down. The skill may be only used once per completed cooldown. Additionally, increases Amara's max rush stacks. Additionally, if Amara action still kills an enemy, it refunds half of her rush stacks. So, rush stacks is something else we threw out here. But it looks like this is saying that you'll be able to activate this skill multiple times and in rapid succession. Not quite rapid, but over and over again, faster. So it's more of a quickly used and more, you're able to attune it to what the battle is bringing. And so because you're able to attune it to what the battle's bringing, it's really flexible, and that's what I love is in a character, is the flexibility to deal with whatever the situation is, because I am more of a loner when I play these types of games. Though I may be playing it with friends, but whatever, I still want to be able to go out on my own and be successful very well on my own. And that's why I like one of the characters, which will probably be the last one that we are getting to. So I think that because of the time it takes to go through each of these ones, I'm going to make a video on each one of the characters, and then possibly one on the different places, the worlds that we'll be able to go to. And then one last thing is I love how the action skills or the kill skills are actually on the side now. So they aren't a part of the main tree, and you're able to distinguish them more because of that. And so Epic Games has really worked on this, and I'm so excited for what it brings. So thank you guys for joining me on this little trip of Amara, the Siren, and we figured out more about how she's all about the crowd control, and depending on what type of crowd control you want. So thank you guys, and join me in the next video.